Hello everyone and welcome to Biblical Prepping. This is the Prepper Portion with Judith Garten. I have another product I want to show you today from Aldi's. This is the Crofton 30-piece food storage set. There are 15 lids and 15 containers in this set, and I have to say we bought two sets. Our Rubbermaid sets that are similar to this product were getting pretty old. They were actually crispy in a lot of cases, and the plastic containers have a tendency they can do that over time. So it was time for us to start tossing things out, and this was fitting into our budget, so we decided we would go ahead and give them a try. I was needing to replace almost all of our Rubbermaid containers, and we happen to use them a lot in the kitchen for food storage, for putting things in the refrigerator, the freezer, and even in the pantry. So I was going to need to replace a lot of containers at one time, and I was actually having trouble even finding small quantities of the sizes I needed. And I prefer the square containers more often than the round ones. So I was having struggle finding the right sizes. I could find a lot of either really little ones, really large ones, and I needed a variety. So what did we do? When I saw this product, I wanted to make sure it was right side up. When I saw this product at Aldi's, on the Aldi Find page online, I decided I needed to give it a shot. So we bought two of those. It's kind of a funny story. We actually went into our store, our local store, and did not find them in stock. Then we took a trip to visit our new grandson in Georgia and visit his older brother and mommy and daddy for a few days. And on our way back to home, we decided we would go ahead and stop and pick up some lunch meat, cheese, and bread. And rather than stop at a restaurant on the way home, that way we knew what we were eating. Well, don't you know, they had these in the Georgia Aldi right near the freeway. We were so excited. I was even more excited than I could have imagined, because originally they were I believe it was $9.99 a package. I'm not 100% sure on what the price was. I only know that they were marked down when we were in the Georgia Aldi, and we bought two sets for the price of one, basically. It might have been $1 or $2 more than one set would have cost, but I got two sets. They were $5.49 each. I was excited. They were on clearance. What more could I have asked for? So we got the two sets. Brought them home, and I washed them up, and we started to use them. Now, I did learn from another lady online that she said that hers were available at our local Aldi the week before I had actually gone. So they may have already been sold out when I got there. I have noticed that there are times when Aldi stores are getting in the Aldi finds at different times. So that might be something you can keep an eye out for if you go one Wednesday expecting, or Thursday, or whatever day you choose to go, and you don't find a product. You might check the following week and see if it has come in. I noticed that with a couple of other products as well. It was available in one place, but not the other as yet. So keep checking. Check online. Make a list of the products you might be interested in, and then maybe make your trip a week, that week, and then the following week to see whether or not they've come in. Now, let's talk about the sizes on these products. They are great for what I was looking for. There are the small containers. These are 0.7 cups. So it's not quite a full cup container. These are nice for snacks. They're just little tiny, and they have cute little tiny lids, so they're great for snacks. I actually recently used 4 of them to do a flour test on my whole wheat flour, to test it for how much water it would need to make a sourdough bread. I was able to mix up 4 little batches of flour and water overnight at different percentage, and I could test the flour that way. Then they have the 0.18 cup. These are really neat. They're round. These actually have little round screw-on lids so that they might have a little bit of a tighter seal. Now, in each box that we bought, there were 5 of these. There were 2 of these. So we ended up with 10 small ones, and we do have 4 of these round ones. You also get 2 of the 2.09 cup containers. So these are about 2 cups. I have 4 of them, but these get used so frequently, I have no idea where the other 2 are right now. They're probably in the refrigerator with something in them. Additionally, you get 4 of these containers, this size. Nice for a sandwich. Very perfect for a sandwich size. Well, an average sandwich, not an overstuffed sandwich. If you're looking for something for an overstuffed sandwich, and these 2.5 cup containers aren't working for you, here's a 7 1/4 cup container. And this will make a nice sandwich. These I use to hold my sourdough sometimes if I'm going to allow it to proof or rise overnight. I use those containers for that. They're really convenient. And if you'll notice, when I mentioned in one of my other videos that organization is not my strong suit, I actually took the time to organize all of our plasticware and lids. And if you'll notice, the red ones are our Rubbermaid containers. These blue ones are for these containers here. And these lids here are nice. They fit both the 7 cup and the sandwich size containers. So those are nice lids. Now, most of the containers, as I said, are square. There are the few round ones. That makes for easy organization in a cupboard, pantry, or in your refrigerator, freezer. I love the square for that purpose. One thing that we used these sandwich containers for recently was really nice. I knew that I had a busy week coming up gardening and tilling, still trying to get everything in our new garden plot all arranged. And I had Jim grill up 10 chicken breast portions for us on the grill. So he had the whole grill going at once. And we stored 2 pieces in each container, except for the ones we ate that night. And I could stick them in the refrigerator, and we ate those for meals going forward, so I didn't have to worry about preparing food for dinner. It was really nice. Now, I made a 3-bean salad. You'll see the video on the website, and I will link to that. And I stored it in this container, and it was perfect. I loved the fact that it is small in diameter, but tall, because as you make the bean salad and you've got the sauce in there, it's wonderful. More of the sauce seems to push its way up, and you can allow it to marinate over the days. It's just truly great. On that same day that we did the grilling, I also made a broccoli salad. So we had a broccoli salad going while we had a coleslaw going and the 3-bean salad. So these were great in the refrigerator. I stacked 2 on top of each other. Another one fit in front of it. And whatever was left over of the chicken fit on top of one of these containers. So stacked fit really great in the refrigerator. So what are the pros and the cons? I want to make sure I list the pros and the cons of these. The pros. I find them easy to open and close. However, as a con, Jim did not, and we ended up breaking one of these tall containers because we had 4. It seemed difficult to open. However, I find them easy to close, and when you pull the tab on the side, easy to open. So, that could go either way for you as a family. I love, as I said, the square sizes because they fit perfectly. The little square ones can fit nicely in a lunch box or a lunch bag. As I said, this size happens to be one of my favorites right now for proofing bread. It also holds a decent sized batch of salads, which is really great for mixing up ahead. So if you want to get those done. And when I made the broccoli salad, the coleslaw, and the 3-bean salad, all 3 of those salads could have sat for 24 hours to marinate and made them even better. So we ate one salad that night. I believe we ate the coleslaw. No, we ate the broccoli salad because Jim really likes the broccoli salad. So we ate broccoli salad that night. But the other ones could sit overnight and marinate and get even better. And these are perfect for that. I find that they're great in the fridge and pantry. However, I'll tell you about something in the cons in a little bit. As I said, I think some of these would be great for packing for lunches, and I think some of them would also be great for packing snacks and things for trips. Fit perfectly in your cooler. Now the box says BPA free, which I love that. So it is. They are BPA free. Now, these are imported and sold exclusively by Aldi, but they are made in China. Again, if that's an issue for you, you would not want to purchase these. But they are BPA free. Not only that, they are microwave safe and dishwasher safe on the top rack. They do also say freezer safe, which brings me to my first con. I actually, when it comes to putting these in the freezer, I have a 50-50 opinion on it. It's kind of middle of the road. I don't think they're the absolutely perfect container to go in the freezer. I think that if you're looking for a container to go in the freezer, you should look for one that's made of a softer type of plastic, more along the lines of what these like cottage cheese containers are made from, or the softer plastics of some of the sour cream containers, not the crispy type fragile plastic. This is actually very bendable. These are good in the freezer. However, we have shattered one. And when it shattered everywhere. But I also have done the same thing with Rubbermaid containers. I have taken a Rubbermaid container of broth out of the freezer and it slipped out of my hand, only fell about 12 inches to the floor, and shattered everywhere. These two are no different than the Rubbermaid in that respect. So as I said, it could go either way for me. I probably will use some of them in the freezer still. I just think we will need to be careful. Microwave safe. I can't test that for myself. We don't actually own a microwave. That's our preference. We don't cook anything in the microwave, so we got rid of it. That's where our coffee cubby came from. Dishwasher safe. Again, it's top rack safe, and I apologize, I cannot test that. Our dishwasher does not work. But be careful of the lids. Often the part that is dishwasher safe but has the most conflict in the dishwasher can be the lids. They can warp and distort. Even when I had a dishwasher years ago, I actually would not put lids in the dishwasher at all. I would only put the tubs and only on the top rack if they would fit. I never put the lids in because they always got warped. Always. You know, I was talking about the softer plastics. Some of the Rubbermaid containers that we bought have really nice plastic lids that are much more flexible. I would love to see more containers made out of this plastic rather than this plastic. I have never had a lid like this shatter. However, these lids are made of a thinner plastic, and I have had these shatter just like the tubs, and these are Rubbermaid. So I just wanted to bring that up. If we could find containers like this, I would be super happy. Now, any other cons that we have? I think that is the only thing I can think of. When I brought up the Rubbermaid containers, I've actually used this size is great for our homemade ice cream machine for 2 servings of ice cream. So when I make a batch of ice cream, I fill 2 of these containers sometimes and freeze them. And I've actually had the Rubbermaid containers, and I haven't tried these yet with the ice cream because I cut it with a table knife. And I've had that table knife on that out of the freezer crispy plastic Rubbermaid container. I have had it just poke right through as if it's going to shatter. So I think in the freezer, you should give these a try and find out how they work for you. Oh, there is another con I discovered with our 3-bean salad. It was kind of messy. Some of the lids do not fit tightly. And when I said that these lids are interchangeable with the sandwich tub and with the large tub, it is true. However, I honestly feel as though it seems that one set of these lids goes better with one set of these tubs, and the other set of these lids goes better with the other set that we had bought. So I'm wondering if there may have been a production change slightly. between the two boxes that we purchased, because it seems like some of the lids fit tightly on on the containers and some do not. And I had a lid on the container, and I actually had my hand on the lid, and I just turned it upside down, shook it a little bit, and dribbled dressing everywhere on me, on the floor, on the counter. So you will need to watch if you have liquid in these. Don't tip them upside down, just in case they do leak. Is it a good purchase? Yes, it was perfect for us right now. We needed containers in the kitchen. Since most of the time I don't turn things upside down and shake them, we will be good. And now that I know that that might be an issue, I will keep an eye on that. So I am really grateful, and I'm even more grateful we were able to purchase these at the clearance price. It was wonderful. It was perfect. I will continue to look for Rubbermaid containers and see if they are going to come in. And I may replace these as we go along. We'll see how that goes. If you can find them and can squeeze it into your budget, this really is a good purchase. And I hope that you will enjoy the containers. Blessings and shalom.